One of the most common complaints I hear from women about the men they meet is that so many men are boring, or at least look boring. There are several main reasons why so many men come across as boring and uninteresting to women, and there are ways to turn this around and make the man more interesting to the women you meet and date. 1. Men are boring because they walk on eggshells. After meeting a few girls who are nervous, irritable and can't stand jokes, some men assume that all women are like that. That's not true. We don't have statistics on the percentage of women who are nervous, but we all know that there are plenty of girls who are witty, funny, witty, and enjoy sarcasm more than anyone else. A spicy joke can be brought to court. Women repel men who are politically correct enough to talk to her like her coworkers in corporate offices and job interviews. This kind of woman goes, "Ew," when you've chosen every word carefully, as if you were giving some kind of political speech. Of course, only you know what kind of woman you prefer. But if you want to meet an unpretentious, easygoing woman who likes to laugh at others and herself, don't be too persistent. A little humor and sarcasm, when the time and place are right, are a natural part of flirting and a big part of what we like to call chemistry. 2. A man is boring because he wants to please at any cost. This is especially common if you really like the girl, think she's special, and don't meet girls like her often. It's when you're really afraid of saying or doing the wrong thing. Aside from walking on eggshells as mentioned above, you tend to agree with everything she says and give her lots of compliments. A conversation that says, "I totally agree," is a surefire way to bore a girl to death and a one-way ticket to the friend zone. When talking to a girl, it's natural to disagree with other people's opinions or offer a different perspective, and it's done in a respectful way, and you don't talk too long on the topic. You don't have to prove you're right and she's wrong. As important as global warming, the death penalty, the right to bear arms, and healthcare reform, such issues are no reason to discuss them on a date. 3. Men are boring because they don't say funny things. Some men are really boring. His lifestyle brings nothing interesting into her life and no exciting topics to talk about. He has few or no hobbies, does not watch movies, read books, or attend interesting events. These men don't like writing, they don't like photography, and they don't really have other creative hobbies. If this is you, you want to be a more interesting and engaging man. Someone who actually shares something and talks to the women you meet. Then you start doing something to make your life more interesting. Better yet, we can't solve this problem overnight. If you've been playing video games 10 hours a day for the last 3 years, it will take some time to build a more interesting life. But if you commit to taking small, practical steps to broaden your social and academic horizons, you and your dating life will surely benefit. Just take classes like these at one of your community colleges. Consider taking guitar lessons or joining a running, hiking club. This may sound cliched and you may not feel like doing any of these things, but make a commitment to try at least one of the above activities or something similar at least once. That way, you can make an informed decision about whether you enjoy doing it or want to keep doing it. The more activities you participate in and the more people you meet, the more impressions and things you share with the women you meet, and the more interesting ideas you have about the world around you. Some people have given up on television altogether and pride themselves on not wasting time watching reality TV shows and other crap. However, giving up TV altogether or not having one at home at all is an extreme step and simply not necessary. If you don't watch TV, you're missing out on interesting, fun, and educational programming. Nor do you get the most basic clues that make up what other people are seeing on TV. TV is not the enemy. What you see and how much time you spend on it makes a difference. Sometimes it's boring because it's boring. This usually happens when you're dating a girl and you realize you aren't very interested in her. It robs you of your motivation to get to know her or talk to her. If this is the case, you should apologize as soon as possible and leave the scene, so as not to waste her and your time. There is no way to completely avoid these types of situations. This is a natural part of dating that you need to embrace, along with all the other natural joys and challenges of dating.